item, 45. So actually, in that specific example, you practice inductive reasoning. Okay? Later on, you will see araw-araw ko palang ginagamit yung inductive reasoning. It's actually something that's natural for me, natural for my head to do, or my mind to do. Inductive reasoning is a type of reasoning that involves drawing general conclusion from a set of specific observation, like what we did. So this is going from specific to general, or examples to conclusion. Okay? Oh, here's another example. All the swans I have seen are white. So maybe you went to pond A, pond B, pond C. So you have 3 observation that you were able to do. And during those 3 observation, you observe na lahat ng swans na nakikita mo, o pabo, para mas Pinoy, na nakikita mo ay puti. So out of this observations, you made a conclusion. Therefore, that's your conclusion. All the swans are white. That's your general conclusion. Dahil nakita ko na yung mga swans in all of my observations are white. So I made a general conclusion, lahat ng swan pala ay white. Okay? This is an example of inductive reasoning. From specific to general. From example to conclusion. But definitely there's a concept of weak and strong reasoning, diba? Weak or strong inductive reasoning. For example, all the swans I have seen are white. Tapos out of that limited observation, nagawa ka na agad ng very broad conclusion na lahat ng swans are actually white. But we know that this is wrong. There are black swans. Diba? So your previous conclusion can be easily proven wrong dahil weak ang iyong ginamit na arguments. Okay? You have seen. Sabihin, ito lang yung nakita mo. Okay? How do you make it stronger? Dito nag-insert sila ng probably. Most ones are probably white. Okay? On the first one, kahit na you base it on several observation, yung conclusion mo pala ay pwedeng maging mali. Okay? O parang parang in real life, halimbawa medyo judgmental ka, nakita mo na, ay, luma yung mga gamit ni person A. So therefore, mahirap siya. Alam mo na weak ang argument mo, di ba? Pero despite that, you made a conclusion. Pero dapat naman talaga, if you want to make a stronger argument, you have to know kung magkano yung pera nila, halimbawa, di ba? Magkano yung baon niya, o magkano yung pera nila, magkano yung sweldo ng parents niya. That's a more definitive, di ba? Definitive premise or evidence para makagawa ka ng conclusion about his economic status, di ba? What I want to say is, kapag gumagawa ka ng inductive reasoning, yung conclusion mo is not always correct. Okay? So dito, mas strong yung reasoning niya dito because he inserted probably, most likely, but he's not 100% sure. Diba? So these are some examples of inductive reasoning. So bigyan ko kayo ng clue kung paano mo siya i-analyze. I want you to think about your reasoning as an inverted triangle. Okay? So in this inverted triangle, the base, yung pinakamalaki, malapad, that will contain your conclusion. Okay? So in this particular example, you have to make your way from the bottom up. Okay? Ito mga blue na parts ng triangle. Ito yung mga observations na nakita mo. And these observations, maaari siyang bumuo ng pattern that will help you or that will lead you to make a general conclusion yung nasa taas. So you will make your way from the bottom up. Okay. Let's observe na itong sa problem na to. Jennifer always leaves for school at 7 a.m. So, Jennifer is always on time. Jennifer assumes then that if she leaves at 7 a.m. for school today, she will be on time. So, maybe, ano pa lang to? Grade 1 pa lang siguro si Jennifer. Nakita niya noong day 1, wala siya ng bahay, 7 a.m. Nakita niya hindi siya na late. So, that's my first observation. That's her first observation. Day 2, umalis ulit siya sa bahay, 7 a.m. Again, di siya na late. That continued day 3 and continued until day 4. So, out of this specific observations, he was able or she was able to make a general conclusion na today, day number 6, if I leave the house at 7 a.m., I will be on time. I will not be late for school. Okay? So, bottom-up logic. Isa pang tawag sa inductive reasoning. Okay? Now, another example. The chair in the living room is red. So, you make one observation. The chair in the dining room ay also red. Maybe you're visiting a stranger's house. And then, the chair in the bedroom is also red. Out of these observations, you make a conclusion na lahat ng chair sa bahay na yon ay red. Okay, I'll give you another one. Every time you eat peanuts, you start to cough. You are allergic to peanut. So definitely these are your observations. This is your conclusion. So maybe first time eating peanuts, you cough. That also happened another time that you ate peanut. And it happened third time, the fourth time, until you were able to observe a pattern. And out of this observation, you made a general conclusion, ay, allergic pala ako sa peanut. Okay? O, sige nga, paano mo siya ginagamit in life? Actually, you do it quite often, di ba? So, halimbawa, isa ako teacher. A teacher notices that his students learn more when hands-on activities were incorporated into lessons. He decided to include a hands-on component in his future lessons regularly. Okay? So, maybe he observed na on activity 1, kung saan ginamit ay hands-on, or kung saan naging hands-on ang kanyang teaching strategy. Okay yung naging score ng mga bata sa test. And then, on the second lesson, na ginamit niya ulit yung hands-on strategy. Okay na naman yung kanilang score and so on. In the future cases, or in the future days, ganun ang nangyari. So therefore, gumawa si teacher ng decision. Nagkaroon siya ng wise decision. Effective pala yung ganitong proseso in this particular class. So I will use it, or I will use hands-on activities more. Okay? So, even in your job, in your future job, or even in your life as a student, diba? If you are a person attuned to seeing patterns, if you are an observer, mas makakagawa ka ng mas mga wise o logical na conclusion. Another one, a recruiter conducts a study of recent hires who have achieved success and stayed on with the company or with the organization. So, tinignan niya na daw yung kanyang mga top-performing employees. She finds out that they graduated from three local colleges. So, she decides to focus recruiting efforts on those schools. So, halimbawa, HR ka. Tinignan mo, employee number 1, one of the top performing. He graduated in this school. Employee number 2 also graduated in that school. Employee number 3 sa school naman na to. Employee number 4, top employee number 4 sa school na to. Meanwhile, yung iba mong employee that are not doing well, not one of them graduated on the 3 schools na na-mention. So you made an HR decision na, my conclusion is the next time, I will hire my workers, my employees from those 3 schools. So out of those specific observations, you made a very wise conclusion. Okay? So that's inductive reasoning.